What's happening in the real estate market this February in Sault Ste. Marie? Well, let's take a look. In this monthly market report, we'll go over key information on how much homes are going for, which neighborhoods are hot and which ones are falling off a bit. We'll break down all the data by number of bedrooms, average home price, average days on the market, so you know exactly what to expect when you're buying a home in Sault Ste. Marie. Hi, I'm Ben Warnock. I'm a real estate agent with Exit Realty True North in Sault Ste. Marie. I help people just like you buying, selling, and relocating to Sault Ste. Marie. So if you have any questions about the real estate market, I'm more than happy to help out. So just give me a call or text at 705-255-4227. I'll be glad to help you out or message me in any way in the description below. So let's get started. So let's take a look at the data of how much homes are actually selling for. This is information on residential homes in Sault Ste. Marie over the last 6 months. So we break it down by number of bedrooms, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plus. As you look right, 3 bedrooms are substantially higher than everything else, with 2 and 4 bedrooms around the 100 number of listed within the last 6 months. But look at the number of 3 bedrooms, right? Almost triple the amount. And then it kind of makes sense with 5 bedrooms being a lot less. There's not a lot of 5-bedroom homes within the Sioux. It's either going to have 2 options. You either have uh, the lower affordable 5-bedroom homes, right, where that you maybe used to be for rentals, and then you have the more luxury homes, right, that are going to take longer to sell, and there's not that many on the actual market. If you're looking for a 5-bedroom home, there's not a lot that come up, so you just got to make sure that if someone does come up, keep an open mind, right? So then you know, because the next one may take a while to actually come up. Number of sold, taking a look at the sold to list price, 3-bedroom, the most popular and high in demand, just because most people want the 3-bedroom, because if they're starting the families with 1 or 2 kids, this kind of makes the most sense. And with the most popularity, highest demand, with 99.75% of the actual sold to list price ratio. Almost whatever people are listing for, right, on average, it's almost exactly the same what they're getting for. If you are looking for homes for a little bit more of a discount and you don't need the 3 bedrooms, take a look at the 2-bedroom homes. It's almost 2% lower on average. You kind of get maybe a better deal within the home itself, depending on what you want. And that's why you have to make sure you have a nice list of what the things you can't live without and the things you can compromise on. Average days in the market, almost identical across 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes, between 27 and 28 days, which kind of makes sense. So the homes in the market come on, say the first, they're gone before, on average, they're gone before the actual month is over. If you are planning on listing, this kind of gives you an idea of what's happening. We'll go over some more information on price points and how fast they're actually going in a little bit. But take a look at 5+ bedrooms, almost over double the actual time period. It's just because the price points are higher, and within Sault Ste. Marie, everyone's looking between, a lot of people are looking between $300,000 and $400,000. Where 5+ bedrooms, you're looking at $500,000, $600,000 plus. Or you look at the other end of the spectrum, wherein maybe they were rentals and then they switch it back to a single family unit and they have 5+ bedrooms, and it's harder to sell through that. What does this mean? So for sellers, if you have a 3-bedroom home that's between $300,000 and $400,000, it's going to go very quickly, and you're going to get what you pretty much the list price is for. That's if you price accordingly. Because if you take a look at the actual active listings on the market, the average days is a lot higher, and the average as a price, the list price, is a lot higher than what's actually selling. So make sure you are listing accordingly to what the market is going for, because your home may be stagnant and stay on the market for a long time and no one wants that. If your home is $350,000 to $400,000, it's pretty much a week. And that's what I'm seeing with buyers that I'm working with. If a 3-bedroom home comes on the market, especially in the East End, it's the most popular, you pretty much have a week to decide. The home comes on the market, the offer presentation is 5 or 6 days from that, and then it's gone. And it's usually going above asking now. You have to be ready and be ready to pull the trigger on the home if you really want it, and be open to putting an offer in a little bit higher to actually get what you want. Let's take a look at the number of bedrooms, and then take a look at the numbers between percent of homes sold with a price drop, with prices over asking, and then percent sold at asking price. 3 bedrooms, it makes sense being the exact same, being high in demand, with the percent below asking is far less than everything else. On average, it's the higher end of below, right? So if you take a look at the average price drop for 2 bedroom, it's 16,500. 3 bedrooms, 15,000. And then 4 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms, you're looking at around the $20,000 mark. 3 bedrooms, if you are getting a home that's even on the market for a long period of time, and then you can get it below asking, it's still going to be closer to what asking is compared to the other bedroom sizes. And then for percent sold over asking, same type of deal. 2 and 4 bedrooms, roughly around the 35 to 37% are going over asking. 3 bedroom homes, as you can see, the highest one with 41, and then 5+ bedrooms, we're only looking at roughly 17.5% over ask. Keep that in mind if you are planning on selling. If you have 5+ bedrooms, it's going to be either at asking price or below, depending on what's happening. If you do have 5+, right, it can go over if you do have some competitive buyers, but taking a look at the data, it's the likelihood of that happening is it's not likely, okay? But keep an open mind. This is what I'm seeing with buyers that I'm working with right now, that we're putting offers in on 3 bedroom homes. It's going to be at asking or above if it's in a popular area like the East End, P-Patch, right? Even West End right now is very popular. And you have to be ready to actually put an offer in and be open to spend a little bit more money on the home that you actually want. So let's take a look at the average sold price over the last 6 months. As you look, it with that big jump right in November, other than that, it's a steady increase. And it's about a 15% increase from September 2024 to February 2025. So if you are planning on selling, you can expect your home price to be increased over the last 6 months. This is what we're expecting. And it's probably going to go up a little bit higher as well as with the spring market. But if you wait, a lot of people do list in the spring, and there's going to be more competition, and that could mean your home not actually selling. Going on the market now, you may get more than you actually think because there's a lot of buyers looking for homes right now, and the listings are a little bit on the lower end side, and a lot of offers come in and get a lot of money over asking. Just for example, a home sold this week, it went $50,000 over asking, very popular area. As you can see, high demand for these homes. Prices are going to be going over asking. Be ready, buyers and sellers, of what to expect. Let's take a look at the average days in the market for the last 6 months. As you look, we are slowly increasing for the average days in the market, other than February, right? It dropped back down to what it was in September and October. This is kind of expected just because people don't like to move in the winter months, and homes just were kind of sitting there for a little bit. But as February came on, right, the home price, the average days in the home dropped quite a bit in February, and this is probably what we're going to see moving forward in March, April, and May, where the average days are going to quicken up because of buyers are ready to go, and then if there's not a lot of listings, the competition is very hot and it's going to be very quick. And this is what I'm seeing with transactions that are happening, that average days in the market is roughly between 25 and 30 days. And that's all my transactions have been around there. It kind of makes sense that the average is like that. Keep that in mind when you are purchasing a home, because if it takes 30 days, then you can start planning ahead, right? Of like, okay, I want to move at the end of March. This is kind of like the idea of time of I don't need to buy now, or as well as selling. If you are planning on moving within like 3 months and you put the house on the market now, you may get some issues with buyers with pushback because they want the home sold within the month period and be able to move in. Keep an open mind, negotiate right between the buyers and sellers so everyone's happy and everyone is moving forward. All right, taking a look at homes sold by price. So we have under 300,000, 300 to 400, 400 to 500, and over 500,000. Over the last 6 months, as you look, under $300,000 is still the most popular for the homes that are being sold. And then 300 to 400 the second, and then drops off quite a bit from there. There's still a lot of homes under $300,000 mark within the Sioux. But as you look, majority of the homes are under $400,000, which is what to expect. Which is compared to like Toronto, where the average home price is $1.2 million. This is still, I understand these are still expensive homes and to put people in this, but there is still a lot of affordability within the Sioux, and you just got to keep an open mind of what you actually. All right, so taking a look at by neighborhood and area for average sold price, as you look at the graph right here, we have downtown, Hayden, central neighborhood, West End, P-Patch, East End, Gooley, and North End. So I kept a couple communities outside the Sioux so you know what to expect if you do want to live outside, which a lot of people do. Average sold price, Gooley, North End, the highest. This kind of makes sense. The North End neighborhood of the Sault, this is where a lot of new homes are being built, like Foxborough, Marbury, Chatfield, Noah. A lot of new homes, home prices are a bit higher. Gooley, people who do live out there are some affordable homes, obviously, but a lot of people build bigger properties, bigger homes on their property out there. So home prices are big. Within the city, West End, Peat Patch, and East End, relatively close, with the East End being the highest because they are the most popular place to actually live within the Sault. And then for places you actually want maybe a better deal, downtown region, that is more, there are some single family homes that a lot of people live in, which is awesome to see, but there are a lot of rental homes and multifamily homes as well within the downtown region. Lots of options for people, right, of what you actually want within the downtown region. And then central, just a little bit north of downtown. Nice average home price, just around the $275,000 range. So these are more affordable, and lots of families are within this area, and it's great to see. And then looking at the average days in the market between these areas, take a look, right? West End, East End, and North End these are the homes that are going the fastest, with roughly like a 22 average days in the market. And then downtown, a lot higher. Takes a little bit longer to actually sell. But let's take a look at Central and Peat Patch. And a little bit higher than the West End, East End, North End. So if you are selling, this gives you an idea of within which neighborhood that you're in, what to expect for the closing date, and then moving forward. Especially when you're buying, if you are planning on buying in 3 months period, now you have an idea of what sellers are actually wanting to close by. You can plan accordingly of how you want to purchase your home. Taking a look at the active listings, around 110 homes on the market right now. I put average list price and median list price, and then average days in the market and median days in the market. So the difference between the two is the median is the exact middle of what's of the spectrum. It kind of doesn't get skewed by high end and low end homes. If you take a look, the average list price of the ones that aren't selling, it's quite a bit higher, roughly $80,000 to $100,000 more, depending on what the market. But so if you look at the average list price for all the homes, $447,000, and then the median list price, $350,000. Big difference between the two. A lot of high-end homes are skewing the average list price a lot higher than what we're actually expecting. A lot of homes on that under $400,000 range, and with the average, right, you do get kind of a skewed view with high end and then very low end homes. And then taking a look at the average days in the market versus median days in the market. So the average days, 54, that's a lot higher than what we saw, right, for the homes that were sold. And then the median days in the market, this is kind of like the middle point. It's not being biased towards homes that have been on the market for a long period of time. And this is kind of roughly what we're seeing, right? Roughly around the 30-day range. Gives you a nice idea of if homes that aren't sold still in the market, it's still roughly around the 30-day range and not being skewed by homes that are overpriced or just aren't selling. So great to see what's happening in February with the real estate market and what to expect next, right? So selling, make sure you're pricing accordingly. Do the small things, get your home ready, especially if you are in the 5+ bedroom. It does take a little bit longer to sell, but you can get more money if your house is ready for show. 3 bedrooms, if your home is like $350,000 to $400,000, expect like a week. And that's what we're kind of seeing. What's being sold. Keep that in mind, right? Put the effort in of getting your home ready, and you'll be rewarded quite a bit. So buyers, be ready to pull the trigger on homes that you want, because demand is getting a little bit higher with the lower amount of homes on the market right now. And as you can see, the price is increasing, and then the average days on the market is decreasing. So be ready. Get ready to talk to your real estate agent. Make sure everything's good to go with that, and then you'll be all set. So I hope you enjoyed the February real estate market report. If you have any questions about buying, selling, or relocating to Sault Ste. Marie, I'm more than happy to help out. So just give me a call or text at 705-255-4227. And the next video here will help you with more information on the Sault Ste. Marie real estate market.